Welcome to the Floyd Memorial Library podcast, where we sit down with the people who give shape, texture, and voice to life on the North Fork of Long Island. Some are rooted here by generations, others arrived by chance or choice, but all carry with them a piece of the story. We talk about what's changing, what's worth holding on to, and the currents of history, both quiet and loud, that run through this place. I'm your host, Christopher Bianchi, and for episode 214, we sit down with Dariia Protsiuk, graphic designer and founder of Darinka Signs, whose creative journey spans continents and remarkable life transitions. Born and raised in Ukraine, Dariia discovered her love for design early on. Her early work in Ukraine helped shape the thoughtful, intentional style she's known for today. After moving to the United States, she faced the challenges of starting over in a new country, navigating uncertainty, while building a fresh, professional chapter on the East End of Long Island. That journey led her to the creation of Darinka Signs. In our conversation, Dariia reflects on her path from Ukraine to America, how the war has affected her and her family, and the ways she stayed inspired despite difficult times. We talk about creativity, maintaining continuity in your work, and the practices that keep her grounded. She also shares heartfelt advice about resilience, perspective, and navigating life's challenges. So I hope you enjoy episode 214 with Dariia Protsiuk. This episode was recorded October 23rd, 2025. Thank you so much for coming on the Floyd Memorial Library podcast today. It's really great to have you on today.
Thank you, Christopher. Thank you for inviting me.
Oh, definitely.
It's a pleasure.
And so I'd like to just start off in the beginning, if just with a little bit of your background, if you can tell us about your childhood and family life in Rivne?
Yeah, that's correct.
Rivne, Ukraine. Yeah.
All right, so I was born on April 1st, 1995 in Rivne, Ukraine, as you just said, in a family of 5. I'm the youngest of 3 kids. Also, I have the older brother and sister. Growing up in the 90s wasn't challenging for most of the families because the Soviet Union just collapsed, and my parents, like many others, lost their savings. My father worked as an engineer at a factory, but his salary at the time could barely buy a few loaves of bread till the end of the month because of the inflation.
Mm-hmm.
Because my parents were working so hard, I spent my early childhood until the age of 3 with my grandparents in the countryside. I love them deeply.
Well, thank you for listening to the Floyd Memorial Library podcast.
Taught me
and we'll see you next time.
independence and a love for simple rural life.
Mm-hmm.
Both of my parents came from villages, so we spent every summer and holiday on the farms, surrounded by nature, animals, and fields. Right, yeah, so... And also my parents are business people, which also a big part of my life, I guess, the influence that I got, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I graduated from the humanitarian gymnasium in Rivne, where we study like 4 different languages, Ukrainian, English, German, and Polish.
Wow.
So I know a couple languages as well. I finished music school and art school, music school class piano. 9 years, and art school, also in Rivne. I also practiced judo. I have a yellow belt, so I was pretty active and curious child. Did a lot of things.
Yes. What other things would you do as a child growing up in the town? Was it more that you would be playing outside, or?
Yeah, we had a... It actually reminds me of Brooklyn. When you will go to Brooklyn,
mm-hmm.
Some of the areas, if you're talking about Brighton, right, mm-hmm. it's like freeze in the 90s. Mm. That's how my childhood looked like, you know? Now it's everything changed, obviously. I mean, the country's definitely not that rich, so now our roads are not that straight, you know, like here and stuff, and in this kind of situation. But people are kind. There's a lot of markets. That's what actually my parents are making business. They they're selling jeans clothes. They tried a lot of things just to make a living.
Yes.
For the family of 3.
You said they originally worked in smaller villages.
No, they originally were born in there.
Okay.
So urbanization, everybody moved from small villages, and it's kind of sad because all the small villages is trying to disappear. Actually, some of them thrive. I wouldn't say, but for example, where my mom from, it's like a mystical place. I would say because it's a really mystical place. It's interesting in there. It's getting smaller and smaller. People left in that village. In my dad's village, it's a little bit better situation. More kids.
And what about for? They don't call it high school.
Yeah,
they do.
I mean, we have it in Ukraine. We have it. Well, yeah, we have a middle school. We have high school. It's separated, but it's kind of together. We don't have a different building for that. It could be separated by different floors.
Okay.
If like till the 5th year of study, you kind of sit in the same room and teachers comes to you. After that, you go to different classes.
Okay.
And it's kind of different. Like if we're talking about here, you pick 7 classes that you actually study each day, almost the same schedule, right? As I know, because I was a study here. So what kids told me. I have an 11-year-old friend. Yeah, but in Ukraine it's different. We had like almost 30 classes that you need to cover for the semester. So it was a lot. We have like 7-8 classes. Also, I studied on Saturday, so I did like 6 days a week, and I have. As a humanitarian gymnasium, I had like 5-6 classes of English every week only. We had a literature of Great Britain, literature of America, like it was business English and just regular as well.
What were you gravitating towards? Were you interested in graphic design at that time, or? So when I was finished music school, my teacher wanted me to become a musician. Okay. But I realized I didn't have that kind of ear for music that would make me truly happy in that path. I loved creating, but in more visual way. That's what brought me to the art school. And I didn't have enough experience yet to study monumental painting, right, on fine arts. And graphic design seemed like a more practical and accessible way to express creativity. So before applying, I spent a full year traveling every weekend to Lviv, which is a cultural center of Ukraine, to take preparation classes at the Academy of Art. That work paid off. I was accepted, studied for free, and even received a government scholarship. It wasn't much, but it was a meaningful start to my creative journey. So that's kind of how it went there. And what was your main focus there? So, yeah, like at Lviv, it was a incredible time. I met many talented, inspiring people and had a chance to study abroad for a semester at the Academy of Fine Arts in Wrocław, which is Poland. Some of my friends from Academy are now professors at the Academy, and we still keep in touch. So that's pretty awesome. And to say the truth, everything was going on in there. It's just initiative of the people working there. They don't really get paid well, not like in here. They really do it for passion. And we studied everything from drawing and painting to engraving, visual identity, digital tools like Adobe programs. Being surrounded by creative minds every day was a joy. We organized exhibitions, took part in art events across the city, and truly live in an energy of love and art. Nice. And how did your early work experiences in Ukraine shape your approach to design? Right. So my first professional job was at Dariia. It's the largest Ukrainian souvenir company. They still sell my designs across Europe. Oh, wow.
Because my friend found like a cup with my drawings. I'm like, oh my gosh, still in Krakow, Poland. I'm like, wow. It's been 12, 13 years. I did that, yeah. At that time, I was a student with very little money, but I was so happy to create something meaningful. So I worked part-time during my final year at the academy, illustrating cities around the world. Some I had visited, others I could only dream of seeing. Those experiences taught me discipline, curiosity, and how to tell stories through images. So that's kind of a good start.
Yeah.
Illustrator.
Yes.
It was fun.
That's what you were mainly interested in.
That's how it started.
That's not, yeah. And did working internationally influence your style?
Absolutely. After earning my bachelor degree at the Academy of Art, I moved to Poland and found an amazing job that shaped me as a professional. So I worked for an advertising company called Freeform in Warsaw, where we develop creative campaigns for product entering the Polish market, from shampoos to hair care and cosmetic lines. So I also designed large catalogs for Stylgast, one of the biggest suppliers of restaurant equipment in Europe. Those years taught me a lot about communication, branding, how the design can connect with people, with product and emotion. During that time, I also worked free classes in film direction. Poland offers many opportunities for young creatives. And I met wonderful people who later helped me when the war started in Ukraine. I'm forever grateful for that.
Yes. And could you share kind of that transition from Poland and Ukraine to what brought you to the U.S.?
Right. So my first trip to the United States was actually when I was 18.
Okay.
Yeah. So through the work and travel program. I spent one summer working at Six Flags.
Oh.
Yeah. And in St. Louis, near St. Louis.
St. Louis, Missouri?
Yeah, Missouri.
Wow.
The city called Eureka.
Okay.
Yeah, it was pretty cool summer. We had a lot of students, like people from 6 or 7 countries were in one place, working for Six Flags. We really had a good time there.
Was that like that was your first experience in the US?
America?
Okay.
Yeah, that's my first time in America when I came. I came with my sister.
Wow.
Yeah, I was only 18. I just turned 18 at that, like 1 month I was 18. Right. So later we traveled across the country with my sister by Greyhound bus. So, oh my gosh, we still have endless stories from that trip. We didn't do it again, to say the truth. So we went from Missouri to Chicago, from Chicago to Florida, and from Florida to LA.
Wow.
All in Greyhound bus. Some of them it took like 3 days on a trip. And then every time it goes to some stops, you need to leave the bus and stay in a line. In the middle of the night, in the middle of the day. And it was interesting. We were thinking to save on flying tickets.
Yes.
But we know it's going to take us so long. We didn't check the dates. I'm like...
Yeah. And the train is not as frequent, and I think it's a lot. It's more money, maybe.
Probably. I don't know. I actually never really... It's not that popular to travel by train in America.
No.
Unless you go into the city from here.
Yes.
But overall, it's not that really popular here. In Ukraine, I'm going everywhere with train.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most of Europe.
Right. And we have trains that you can actually sleep overnight, so you can wake up in another city. Yeah. So that's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Right. So after completing my bachelor degree, I moved to Poland, while my boyfriend at that time moved to the United States. Since I already knew how beautiful and full of opportunities this country could be, I decided to visit him. Things went well, and after returning a few times, I eventually stayed. We got married. And now I'm blessed with a loving, passionate husband and a life that keeps unfolding in ways I never expected.
Wonderful. And just once you moved here full-time, were there any challenges or surprises that you faced in transitioning your career to the U.S.?
Oh, for sure. There were so many of them. So when I moved to the United States, I didn't settle in the city. And I was city girl. I used to live in Warsaw. I used to live in Lviv. I grew up in Rivne, even though my grandparents from villages,
Mm-hmm.
So I came to this quiet rural area that reminded me of the farms from my childhood, which was kind of calming. It was beautiful, but I didn't know anyone here, and finding a job in advertising was nearly impossible because I'm not in the city and just travel time. Also, I had to learn how to drive. I got my first car here, and now I'm always sad that in this area, living without a car is like living without the legs.
Yes.
So it kind of took me a couple of years to figure that out.
Yeah.
It wasn't easy. So the only thing I knew really was design.
Mm-hmm.
So I started working in the local sign company. The pay was really low, but I poured my heart into my work, and I learned a lot about the local businesses, community, materials, and production. That experience became the foundation for everything I built.
Wow. And were you looking for jobs in the city?
I did, but like the commute there was so complicated. I didn't want really to spend 5 hours on the road every day.
Mm-hmm.
It really takes a lot of energy out of you.
It's a lot of driving.
Exactly. Especially without the experience. It took me, a couple years to learn how to drive and then to go to the highway by myself to the city, drive at the city.
No.
Now I can, but that time, I was so scared. No.
Yeah.
No, I'm the first woman in my family who drives.
Wow.
So the whole history. So it's kind of, maybe from perspective when, your parents, your grandparents, everybody drives around, sure. But in my perspective, really, my dad drives to the whole family. My brother drives. Mm-hmm. So I'm driving, really, no women did it before me in my family.
Yes.
So that took me a while.
Yeah.
Even though I had my driving license from Ukraine.
Mm-hmm.
It's different here.
But you never had to really. You didn't have to use it.
No, I just did it because I knew I might need it. But really, I was driving, as my dad was next to me, not by myself.
And what about, before we get to building your professional life, what brought you to, or was there something that, because did you come out to Eastern Long Island?
I actually came up to Hampton Bays and I live there since.
Okay.
Yeah, we just changed couple places, but we stay in Hampton Bays.
Okay. But did you like it out here?
Oh my God. Yeah, of course. Are you kidding me? One of the best places to live, actually. So the beauty of this area is incredible. Mm-hmm. My husband has taken up surfing over the last 5 years, so the ocean has become the central part of our lives. I've tried it too, mostly bodyboarding and swimming, and the effect is magical, because being in the water washes away stress and it reminds me of the power of nature. Mm-hmm. For me, the East End is a place where you can reconnect with yourself, slow down, and truly appreciate the simple joys, family, the outdoors, and creative life.
Oh, definitely. And then now you mentioned working out here in, for a sign company? Mm-hmm. Just building your professional life out here. When did the idea come about to start Darinka Signs?
Yeah, that's correct. Right. So while working for the local sign company, the owner decided to retire. Okay. He was kind of in that age and returned to his home country. So he encouraged me to start my own business. He believed in my skills and gave me the confidence I needed to take that leap. I wouldn't do it by myself. No. I needed somebody to believe in me. Because some smart people say, if there's 100 people in the room and 99 doesn't believe in you, but there's one person who does, and make it work. Mm-hmm. So some of the clients already knew me from my work there, so I decided to try. That's how Darinka Signs was born. At first, I ran everything by myself. Designing, printing, installing, managing clients. My husband supported me through it all. Later, I met Kristen, who's been with me for over 3 years now. She started right after school with no work experience, and I taught her everything I knew. Now she's a great designer and an essential part of the team. I also joined Letip of North Fork. I've been a member for 4 years. It's a networking group where we grow businesses to each other,
Okay.
for each other. Through that, we meet every week at the Veterans Beach Park in Matituck.
Yes.
Right. So, and Rotary Club in Riverhead. Also, I've been active for 3 years. Now a member. Those connections help me meet local businesses owners and grow the company. Even though sometimes people find me by themselves. Referrals. Oh my gosh, this is the best tool.
Yes.
Yeah, if you help somebody and you did your job good, people will talk about it. And it works best than any advertisement I tried. Yes. And now I joined the Southampton Art Association, which allowed me to return to one of my lifelong dreams, like you, to be an artist. And we organize 4 group exhibits each year, and I truly love being part of them. Such a joy to show what I create and to connect with other artists through shared creativity. Today, we've been proudly serving our community as a Darinka Signs for 5 years. It's over 5 years, actually. My husband helps with installation, Christian runs production and client work, and I finally have a bit more time to focus on growth and creativity.
Wow.
But it's all involved. I think that place wouldn't, if I'm not there, things kind of slow down.
Okay. But it's, since starting it 5 years ago, it's continued to grow
every year. It's maybe not that fast, like some people can have investment, they can put so much in machinery and hire 100 people, who can help and stuff. I go slow but steady. It's around 10-15% each year, steadily since I opened. And it used to be seasonal. We used to have more business in the springtime, during the summer, till the 4th of July. Now, I have it consistently through the year. I have a busy winter, and it's rare in these areas.
Yes.
Right? So that's kind of keeps me busy.
Mm-hmm. And how do you approach design projects creatively and conceptually?
So I always start by understanding what the client truly needs. Their vision, goals, and budget, which is one of the most important too. Every project is a balance between creativity and practicality, right? So my goal is to bring their ideas to life in a way that helps their businesses thrive. Thanks to my background in advertisement, I understand how design communicates, not just how it looks, but what it makes people feel. So if you want to say something, you need to make that saying be visible for people to read, like not make something small and tiny that nobody gonna see. You need to, if there is a message, that needs to be visible. If there's too many colors, you will be hide it behind and nobody will see it. So it's kind of, it's all design. So you turn an idea into something real, something that helps the local businesses grow. So that's the most rewarding part.
And what do you think are, for just designs, is it a wide range of things you cover, from whether it's like wood signs or other base, a wide range that you can work on?
Oh, absolutely. Oh, we do so much stuff. We do all kind of offline advertisement, all kind of signs, everything from inside, outside. So for the office signs, we did a couple hospitals. We serve Peconic, we serve schools. We do school signs, we do church signs. Yeah, if we're talking about engraved, it actually depends on durability. If you want something that will last for over 20 years, it needs to be engraved. People used to use wood. For the last 25 years, nobody uses wood anymore.
Okay.
It's actually PVC, which is recycled plastic, that is engraved, and it's held pretty well. For the same 20-25 years duration, it's pretty good material. We also do banners, flags, and kind of event advertisement. As you guys know, here in Greenport Library, we helping with your exhibits.
Yes.
Right, so we can do that, correct. Yeah, so everybody welcome. Let's see the exhibit still open.
Yes.
It's a really good one. Hubert, please come check it out. Yeah, really. Yeah, so this is really wonderful, actually, even through that. It's kind of crisscross the passes, because I would say the design through the sign business, it's more practical, really. Like you're using this design you create for the purpose. When you create the art, you just express your feeling. But when you have a purpose for that design, you need to think, what do you want people to do with it? Like what their reaction should be. Either you just letting them know there's a new business open up. You want them to know there's a sales going on. You want them to know there's an event coming up, and they're invited. You know, I just like making things beautiful.
Yeah. No,
a little decoration of their everyday living, you know.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I know you mentioned before the war in Ukraine. I was wondering if you could talk about that and even how the events have affected you personally.
All right. So when the war started in the February 24th, 2022, it was devastating. It felt unreal and terrifying. My entire family and most of my husband's family are still in Ukraine. So at that time, my grandmother was recovering from stroke, so my parents couldn't leave her. We spent nights watching the news, waking up to messages about bombing near my parents' town. It drained us emotionally. My sister-in-law left Ukraine with her 2-year-old son, my nephew, and I helped them come here. They stayed with me for several months. It's been hard. It still is. Even from far away, you carry the pain with you every day. Because it's nothing stopped yet. We're still in this situation.
Yes. And are there, because you said it's just difficult to deal with, but are there ways you've found to cope with it or respond to the challenges your family or community are facing?
Yeah, absolutely. I often say that without yoga, I wouldn't have a business. I completed my yoga teacher training in 2020. I have been teaching ever since. So when yoga wasn't enough to quiet my mind, I discovered aerial silks. It's a new practice for me, but working with my body helps me stay grounded and strong. Movement, breath, and presence have been my therapy through difficult times. They remind me that even in chaos, I can still create peace inside myself.
Yes. And I had another question about that, but I was just thinking, because you mentioned, did you come over here before the war had started?
Yeah. We came here much more before. I mean, if you're talking about we already had
some kind of...
people just didn't call it war.
Yeah.
My grandma did. She saw that because world didn't want to respond to that. They thought it's just a temporary conflict. Even though I have friends from that areas and they thought, okay, you got the war in 2022, but we remember it since 2014. Because it was just, everything was just so made up. Trying to force people to believe on something that it's not real. Just to play with their minds, just to have power. That's sad, but that's people still do.
Yes. And just looking ahead, what gives you strength or hope during these difficult times?
So right now, sport and movement give me a lot of strength. My husband and I are avid campers and hikers, and being in nature helps me with that and recharge. The ocean has also become a big part of our lives. Swimming or even just being near the water makes me feel renewed, like I can start fresh. So last year, I finally had a chance to bring my parents to visit me. I hadn't seen them for 6 years, and being with them reminded me that truly matters in life: family, friends, and taking care of yourself. Those moments give me hope and energy to keep going.
Definitely. And just from your time growing up in Rivne, and then just coming over here and having the business, just looking back, what do you consider the most important lessons from your journey?
So the most important lesson is not to give up.
Mm-hmm.
I've had moments when everything felt really overwhelming, like burnout, uncertainty, events beyond my control. But I have learned to give myself time to rest, then return to work, to yoga, to hiking, and to life with renewed energy. Seeing my clients succeed, open businesses, bringing their ideas to life, gives me a deep sense of purpose. I'm forever grateful for the projects I worked on, the community I've built around me, and the charity work I do with Riverhead Rotary.
Mm-hmm.
These experiences have taught me that perseverance, care, and creativity truly matter.
Mm-hmm.
That's something just, when you look into somebody's eyes and you see, oh my God, you just help somebody to turn their dream into reality.
Mm-hmm.
By visual, they just come in with the idea, like, I'm going to open a deli. I'm going to open my own business. Yeah, I dream of that for 10, 20, 30 years. I'm like, I'm going to help you make it happen.
Yes.
And it's going to look so nice. We're going to make it pretty. You will love your workplace. You will
Mm-hmm.
like to come there and see, that's a little thing. But business without the sign, it's no business.
Mm-hmm.
It's a
Yes.
sign of no business. That's how to say. Right. Little things, but it's a decoration of everyday living.
Mm-hmm. Yes. No, I think that's important to, and I think you touched on that before, like providing that service for people, but then you also have time now to focus on your own work as well.
Not easy to manage that. Oh man, it's not easy. It's like you're trying to be everywhere and at the same time, and even switch your mind from one topic to another. You probably know and aware when you put a lot of your powers to something like work, right? You can even be very passionate about it, but if you put too much energy, you're exhausted,
Mm-hmm.
right? And if you want to create something beside the work, you need to have energy for that. That's really important.
To have that creative energy
Right.
outside of your regular work.
Exactly. And I don't know how is. I have a lot of friends, artists, obviously, and it's a big decision in life to take that path and just go with their art, no matter what, not turn into. Obviously, I have experience because I'm a graphic designer. That's what I study for. Mm-hmm. Even though I study in Ukraine, that's why we had a painting classes, drawing classes, sculpture. We study all of that, how it used to be 100 years ago, classical painting, right? Of course, I have experience to study abroad in Poland, so from that experience, I know how you can be playful and nobody will say you're wrong because they give you more freedom. In Ukraine, you still have these rules that you need to be inside that rules because it needs to be classy, you need to prove that you know the classy way.
Yes.
And then you can work yourself out. Yes. So kind of after finishing academy, you started to work on your style, right? In Europe and probably in America, I hadn't experienced that yet. Yale is still being my dream.
Yes.
Yeah, because it's one of the best places to study art, I guess, in the world.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So, so you guys are give more freedom to the artist, especially.
There's less, because we talked before about, because I'm also studied the arts, but from my understanding, there's not as much structure with what I was given, and that we do learn a little bit of the classics, but we're not really taught how to paint a certain way, so they kind of leave us experiment a little bit more conceptually.
Right.
I don't know if that's what...
I mean, you see how it's two worlds actually needs to be something in the middle.
Yeah.
Because definitely you need to have the structure to understand what is light, what is shadow, what is half light, half shadow. You need to understand how you can make these objects stand out, right? So design it's kind of similar to composition parts of it, but still like light and color. It's like a poster, right? poster art is very similar to the painting itself, because you have the accent that grabs your attention, and you can make a couple accents the same that will grab your attention, and you can just keep one bright in color and people will see it. And that's what you want people to see first of all, right? Mm-hmm. Catch this little sunlight, right, on the apple. Mm-hmm. If I'm talking about painting.
Yes.
But design is different, because painting can be very, not only colorful, but this could be no accent. If you're talking about impressionism, everything is accent. Mm-hmm. Expressionism, right? Everything mm-hmm. grabs your attention. Everything looks so much alive. Mm-hmm. In design, you need to be more strict in things, because you want people to understand message first. Mm-hmm. That's the purpose of it. Advertisement, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So advertisement was pretty... I like advertisement just from the way of creating.
Yes.
Make people think the way you want them to think. Yes. In this kind of way. You definitely need that background to start from, to know the basics. You mm-hmm. need to know the basics to keep moving on. But after knowing the basics, you should have the freedom. You should mm-hmm. have freedom to experiment. People shouldn't be pressing you to keep the basics working on. It's like just mm-hmm. it doesn't feel right, because you're afraid to create things. You like, okay, I did different style from what this school teaches me, and I already have bad marks, but it doesn't mean you're a bad artist. Mm-hmm. It just means their vision is different from your vision. Mm-hmm. So if talking about the Poland, what the biggest influence for me Poland gave me when I was studying there for semester, I have higher marks on everything, all subjects. Mm-hmm. The top of the top.
Yes.
Why? Because it was no pressure. They're like, I'm coming, bringing my sketchbook, showing my sketchbook, and wow, you did so much. You did so good. Show me everything you did. But in Ukraine, you have the topic, and you need to be inside the topic. Mm-hmm. If you're out of the topic, that's not interesting. That's yours.
You're not following.
Yeah. So we have a program that we need to finish.
Okay.
Strictly. And for example, even if we're talking about to get a bachelor degree, it was kind of a strict rules that you can have 3 topics that you represent to the committee. And then from these 3 topic, committee helps you to pick one. Mm-hmm. So actually they're picking for you. Then after one, you kind of keep going with the topic. You have another representation in front of the committee. Mm-hmm. If they like how it's going, you will be allowed to represent it officially. Mm-hmm. If not, you will need to wait for another year. So thanks God I was a lucky one. I don't know. So I got because we have around, so for example, if we have like 40 people in the year for the graphic design mm-hmm. who study with me, 3 groups. So it means 12 of them didn't get it to the exams. Mm. Just because they couldn't protect their idea good enough. Mm-hmm. And the strict rules of that was the way it was. As for example, I work at DNA, the souvenir company. So I was drawing already huge projects, plates, cups, different kind of things for souvenirs, right? We printed t-shirts, and I wanted, make my life easier, and I wanted to represent that for my bachelor degrees. But what I was being told, this is your work, you do it on the side, bring us a project that only will work for us. I'm like, come on, guys. It's also design related. Look, and it's already getting real, which is what could be even cooler than that, Yes. Instead of come up with something that is not real, I don't know what is the purpose for it, So this kind of topic was complicated in my vision, but a lot of people did well, and they started their own businesses in illustration, their own kind of schools. I have very successful classmates, really. And I actually believe that everything happens for a reason. I met wonderful people around me during my studying years who now are wonderful artists in Ukraine. And I keep talking about them, and I show them to my friends here. I'm trying to buy the art little by little.
Yes.
Little investment in a friendship, but not only because they're growing and the price of their art is growing as well. And I know they're already successful. They're representing Ukraine for all over the world, you know, but it's gonna go even better.
Yes.
It's gonna go even better. And it's also inspiring me. Inspiring me to create and not to hide it, but to show it out, you know, so people can see. And I think it can help people. Your art can help people too. It's our power.
I gotta get back to it.
There you go. Some inspiration.
Yes.
That's good.
So you kind of you've talked about graphic design and having a business here, but do you have advice for aspiring designers, and then also for people moving and starting anew in another country?
Right. So yes, definitely. First, it's keep going even when the process is uncertain. We don't know what to expect tomorrow, in a week. You cannot predict. Right? You just can prepare yourself the way that you can respond of all of these things the best way you can, right? So do your best every day and trust that opportunities will come. Like right now, I have an opportunity, you know, and I'm using it. Thank you, Christopher, for that.
Yes.
Yeah. One wise person said, I don't believe in inspiration, but I believe in routine. So build a routine that supports your growth and it will carry you through challenges. So if you will, like, you can have the days where you want to create, you can have a days that you don't want to create anything. But if you will tell yourself, okay, Tuesday and Thursday, no matter what, I'm giving myself 2-3 hours sitting with my art. Maybe just sitting. Maybe doing something. Maybe not. Maybe looking over our other art. It will come. Just start moving. Just start doing something. Inspiration will find you in work. You know, because just waiting for that might never come. But then you did some little thinking, like, okay, let me try that thing a little bit differently. Let me try, you know, I bought the book drawing with horses because I want to learn how to draw horse, like professionally and, you know, anatomically.
Yeah, anatomically.
Right, yeah, anatomically. So what if I don't have power to create something that I feel like responded to my life journey right now? I would just open one of the page and just copy what is there. And I just keep drawing those horses until one day I wake up in the middle of the night. I'm like, okay, I can draw horse from my head because I know the structure of this animal, you know. And they're very inspiring as well. So always keep dreaming. Dreams take time, love, and care, but they do come true, which is important. And remember to embrace both creativity and persistence. Together, they will guide you to where you're meant to be.
Definitely.
We do what we can. We cannot do more than you can in this body, in these circumstances. It's just over your powers. Just some things you just needed to let go. Let them happen. One of my favorite podcast girls are Mel Robbins, you know?
Who?
Mel Robbins.
Oh, I think I've heard of them.
Oh my goodness, she's so good. She's so good. Yeah, so she kind of give a lot of inspiration maybe as well as things to focus on to make this journey easier if you have goals to reach. For me, if you have a goal, it will guide you. It's like a balance in yoga. When you're staying in one leg and you don't look at anything, you might fall. You might get shaky. But if you put your eyes on something, like your goal in life, right? You wake up with this goal. I want to build successful business. I want to help people around me. I want to bring joy to every day of life. That's what keeps you going. That what gives you this passion that just guide you through life. And you just leave something up to you. People remember you.
Yes.
Your energy.
Yeah.
Just sharing a smile a day to a random person. Make somebody's day happier. little things.
Yeah. And what about just, you mentioned goals, but it might be a hard question, but just thinking to the future, where do you see your business within the next few years? Do you have any other future plans?
We tried to do something more stuff. I mean, like, obviously we always have plans. Me as a person, I have goals to reach, of course. I wanna grow and be able to build a better life for us, as we don't have anybody in here. Everything what we have is actually what we create, what we build. We don't have any other support here, which is definitely not easy. Like, maybe average person doesn't really may not understand or doesn't feel that what actually having your parents, your relatives somewhere around, how much help it actually gives you in your life. Oh my gosh. Because these people, your closest one, they think for you. That we have friends that we created that space that they can come to our house and they know they will be loved, they will be taken care of, because me and my husband, we're trying to create that space for other people. But first of all, for us, just to know that no matter what, you're loved. No matter what, you're supported. So you can go and pursue your dreams. You can do anything you want, and we'll understand each other, because we're still human. We're not perfect. Nobody is perfect, right? But you need to enjoy your life. You need to like living. Otherwise, what is the point? Just depression.
Yes.
You need to make something joyfully. Everything would be nice to make joyfully and do it with joy, obviously. There's good days, there's bad days. We all have good and bad days. There's no such thing. But yeah, I wanna have kids.
Yes.
I wanna have a big family, and I wanna be a great example for them. Right. That's what we're all doing it for. I think most of the things what we're doing for people we love. So also, especially what's going on back home, I also want to have a home for my family. If there's anything, I know they would know they can come visit me anytime, and they have one more home to stay, safe, have food to eat.
Yes.
Be warm, and be loved, which is very important, especially in my circumstances. Just building one more home in this planet.
Yes. No, that's important.
Yeah. It's just simple as that, but that's what guides us every day. Not like I am the person. If you would know me better, I can burn out a lot, especially if I'm taking too much on me. There's really days, especially when the war started, first year for all Ukrainians in here. We tried our best, really, we did. A couple of my friends started the charity. It's called Help UA. So everybody was so involved. We're still donating because it's a rural part of Ukrainians' life right now, and we're all praying that it will end as soon as possible, as this touch every family. I have also cousins who right now right on the front line, and it's not easy. It's not easy. It's not people choices. That's like
they don't have a choice in that.
All the guys in Ukraine, age 18 till 60, cannot leave the country for last 3 years because of the war. And there's so many young people who die. They didn't even see this life yet. So first of all, of course, it makes it so sad. You're so upset because you know these people, you know these families, you know what's going on. But then they did it for what? For us be joyful? For us to keep enjoying this life? For us to live our better self what we can? Because what is the point? what is the possibility to be alive in this time? And people didn't have that much comfort ever before that what we have right now, 21st century. Sometimes we don't think about those things. We're like, oh, okay, there's so many things going on. And this, and it's so heavy. Because there's some bad things. And if you watch the news, there's no good news.
No.
They always focus on what's going wrong.
Yes.
And especially with nowadays, with the social media, with the internet.
It's all at your fingertips and just like can scroll through and see all.
Correct. And it affects your day. And it gets so much energy out of you just to know what's going on. And it always been happening. And it was even worse. In the middle centuries, people didn't even live that long. There was so many disease, so many circumstances, so many kids that didn't survive till they 1 year old or something, just lived for a couple months because medicine wasn't that good as it is right now. So we don't really put our head into that. We just focus, okay, everything's bad. Okay, but what did you do to make your day better today? What did you do? How did you work on your mindset that will help you be happy today? If you don't do anything, for me, breath work, it's a big life changer. So if you got into super depression, which happens, things happens, could be overwhelmed. One of the best is really to a breath work. And I have tools that works for me.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, that's important.
Yeah. And there is incredible people as well with the social media. You can connect with them all over the world. They're so inspiring. They do magical things. And even being an adult, I still believe in magic. I still believe in this higher energy that, everything has a purpose. Even if you don't see it now, you might don't see this purpose now, but especially for the future. But when you look back, you're like, oh my gosh, all of these things needed to happen to bring me to this exact space, to this exact moment. Otherwise, it would be somebody else. It would be other person, not me.
Yes.
Makes sense?
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you just build yourself buttercup, like in the song.
Yes. Yeah, I think, but like you said before, I think it's not that you're not ignoring the news, but I think it's that you still need to focus on your own mental health and so you can still move on and do things. Otherwise, people just sit there and they're stuck home and
that's happened to us. And we were there and we understood we cannot live our lives like that anymore. And it doesn't mean I don't worry. It doesn't. Yeah, I worry. Oh my gosh, I worry a lot. Especially a lot. The bombing capital. One of my friends, it's all on social media. I see my friend posted, look how my apartment looks like right now. And she's a doctor. And she's like, I cannot do any meetings today, so I'm sorry. We need to reschedule because I just got back to this situation because Shahed, it's one of Russian drones, just dropped especially to her place. Thanks God she wasn't there. Thanks God. It's just so much crossing over the ways, the people. One of my good friends in Ukraine, she opened the art therapy studio for kids with special needs. And as well, one of her kids died because of the bomb together with mom, just walking on the street. And it's sad, but that's a reality. And obviously you know these people, but do you think these people wanted you to be sad all the time? Or do you think these people who died wanted you to be happy, to enjoy life,
Yes, they would want you to continue.
What I found in America, which is pretty impressive for me, in Ukraine, if somebody's died, we don't have the celebration of life that some people do have in here. And it's pretty wonderful how it's turned out in here, because when you have the celebration of life, you really celebrate person living. Instead of course it's sad. Of course it's sad what's going on. Of course it's devastating. Of course it's hurt. But you need to leave.
Mm-hmm.
When to leave. Just being sad all the time, laugh, like life will just pass by.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going pretty fast.
I know, it is going fast.
It's going fast. So in this case, we are safe now here.
Mm-hmm.
Should see these things, appreciate those things.
Mm-hmm.
Because you don't know when you have it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so grateful every day. There's so many things I'm grateful for. And when I feel this gratitude in my body, I feel like whole my body lifted.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what is guiding me through my business journey, through communication with other people. Because that's how it works for me.
Yeah.
I hope it will work for others. Whoever listening, hope that will inspire you guys. Just pursue your goals. Because, dreams come true. I would never dream I had my business in America. How could I believe? Like, what? I didn't even know, like, what? I would leave my home country? No way! I love Ukraine so much. I'm like, I grow up in all of this tradition. My mom created our childhood full of all Ukrainian tradition that was worked for centuries. All the holidays, all the church holidays, everything. We were going to church every Sunday. But then life correct us in the way we never know how it will turn out. But we just we have what we have. And the question is what we're going to do with it. Either sit, wait, struggle, or just get up and do what you can.
Definitely. No, that's all great advice. Was there any, I usually just ask at the end if there were any, just to give the people opportunity, if there were any last minute things you'd like to
said so much.
say or discuss
Right.
That we haven't touched on.
I can add that Darinka Signs is open 9 till 5, Monday till Friday. And you guys are welcome. Bookings are welcome. We can help with any kind of offline advertisement. If you open a new business, I will be very happy to help you with vision, with the idea, turn it to the life, and make your dream come true. Help you with the visual part of it. So if you don't even have the idea, we can create logo. We can create all the visual identity you ever need to just keep going with your business and do what you love. I'm inspired with passionate people. And I hope you can be inspired with me. a little bit. I like helping others. Because rise by helping others, right? The biggest human happiness could be only when you're helping others. That's our biggest goal in life. If you can be a king, you can be a queen, and you will be so unhappy. But you can be a server. You can, you can be anybody simple, and it will be so happy because you helped somebody, you guided somebody, you gave somebody, you showed the way they never knew could happen. And I still have, the other day, yesterday, there's a student who studied at a local college, came to my place just accidentally and like, oh, can you help me with my student project? And I'm like, yeah, let me see what I can do for you. And I'm not making money out of him. It's not the way. And I had the other client the other day, like, oh, you know what, other business person the other day, you know what, I just analyzed my business and I see if I do 40% of work that is under $200 and I spend most of my time doing it but earning the least money of it. And I'm like, okay, but look, for example, one person coming to me and it's veteran and he really was ready to give his life away for this country, for ideals of living in America that maybe you cannot see when you're living here, but from the abroad, it's an American dream to be here. So he went to Staples and all these little kids turn him around. No, we're not going to help you. We cannot help you. We don't know how to do it. Whatever they said. And he coming to me. And I know I can charge him maybe $20. Really not much. Maybe nothing. But I cannot turn him around. I know I won't make money out of him, but it's not the reason why I have Darinka Signs on the main street in Riverhead. That's the reason that people can come and I will help them. And in this kind of circumstances, that's just on the very beginning of my business. I did medals for the women in Air Force.
Oh, okay.
I designed them.
Wow.
An immigrant in America. Because the guy said, I went to the coin shop. They said, we cannot do anything. We need a design. And I don't know anybody. Can you help me? And I'm like, yes, of course I will. Of course I want to help you. And look how purpose is beautiful. Like Air Force, women in Air Force. Wow. That's incredible. It's just something.
Yeah.
And somehow it touched me and our small business. And then according to the small business, I have opportunity to meet all these wonderful people who building their life around them, serving others, helping solve other issues or problem around here, and just live their lives. And it's just really wonderful.
No, I feel like that's kind of, you're going above and beyond, which is really nice.
Money is not everything. Money doesn't make people happy.
You
know what does? Enjoy your day. What does? Do what you love. That makes you happy. Like, sometimes go out of your comfort zone. Try new things. Be playful. What the kids? They're always playing. They're never really serious about stuff. Sometimes being an adult, it was so serious about everything was going on. Super, super serious. Of course it is. But with that attitude, we're not gonna go far. But just being playful, enjoying the moment, think what we can do, how we can help, how we can improve. Little by little. I may be not that fast, but I do what I love.
Yes. No, but I want to thank you so much for taking the time to come on today and share your story and just your journey and having this wonderful business here on the East End of Long Island. So it was really great to talk to you today.
Thank you, Christopher. It was great to talk to you as well. Thank you for inviting me. I had a great time in here with you. Thank you for beautiful questions, for sharing your story a little bit. And everybody, welcome to Greenport Library. It's beautiful in here.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Well, I hope you enjoyed episode 214 with Dariia Protsiuk. I want to thank you for listening to the Floyd Memorial Library podcast, and we'll see you next time.